The Squires' Christmas Puzzle Party, from the Canterbury Puzzles and Other Curious Problems, by Henry Ernest Dudeney. Coffee Break Collection 23, Mysteries, Riddles, and Conundrums. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. The Squires' Christmas Puzzle Party. This is the puzzle of the 3 teacups. A fine specimen of the old English country gentleman was Squire Davidge of Stoke Courcy Hall in Somerset. When the last century was yet in its youth, there were few men in the West Country more widely known and more generally respected and beloved than he. A born sportsman, his fame extended to Exmoor itself, where his daring and splendid riding in pursuit of the red deer had excited the admiration and envy of innumerable younger huntsmen. But it was in his own parish, and particularly in his own home, that his genial hospitality, generosity, and rare jovial humor made him the idol of his friends, and even of his relations, which sometimes means a good deal. At Christmas it was always an open house at Stoke Courcy Hall, for if there was one thing more than another upon which Squire Davidge had very pronounced views, it was on the question of keeping up in a royal fashion the great festival of Yuletide. "Hark ye, my lads," he would say to his sons, "our country will begin to fall on evil days if ever we grow indifferent to the claims of those Christmas festivities that have helped win us the proud name of Merry England. Therefore, when I say that Christmas at Stoke Courcy was kept up in the good old happy, rollicking, festive style that our grandfathers and great-grandfathers so dearly loved, it will be unnecessary for me to attempt a description. We have a faithful picture of these merry scenes in the Bracebridge Hall of Washington Irving. I must confine myself in this sketch to one special feature in the Squire's round of jollification during the season of peace and goodwill. He took a curious and intelligent interest in puzzles of every kind, and there was always one night devoted to what was known as Squire Davidge's puzzle party. Every guest was expected to come armed with some riddle or puzzle for the bewilderment and possible delectation of the company. The old gentleman always presented a new watch to the guest who was most successful in his answers. It is a pity that all the puzzles were not preserved, but I propose to present to my readers a few selected from a number that have passed down to a surviving member of the family, who has kindly allowed me to use them on this occasion. There are some very easy ones, a few that are moderately difficult, and one hard brain-racker, so all should be able to find something to their taste. The little record is written in the neat angular hand of a young lady of that day, and the puzzles, the conditions of which I think best to give mainly in my own words, for the sake of clearness, appear to have been all propounded on one occasion. This recording includes one of the puzzles, entitled The 3 Teacups. One lady, of whom our fair historian records with delightful inconsequence, this Miss Charity Lockyer has since been married to a curate from Taunton Vale, placed 3 empty teacups on a table, and challenged anybody to put 10 lumps of sugar in them, so that there would be an odd number of lumps in every cup. One young man who has been to Oxford University and is studying the law declared with some heat that beyond a doubt there was no possible way of doing it, and he offered to give proof of the fact to the company. It must have been interesting to see his face when he was shown Miss Charity's correct answer. End of an excerpt from the Squire's Christmas Puzzle Party.